Hello everyone, welcome to your very own faculty driven institute Resultant. Hope you guys are fine. Good morning everyone. Good morning Vishnu. Am I audible, visible guys? Am I audible, visible? Okay. Shared the PDF of the previous class in the Telegram group. You guys can check it out. Okay. So I've shared the PDF of the previous class in the Telegram group. As you said, Vishnu, I guess you have checked it out. So I've shared with you. Okay. Fine. Now we'll start with today's session without any delay. So let's be quick. First of all, welcome you all in your very own faculty driven institute Resultant. Apart from that, if you are new and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, kindly do so, like it and share it with your friends. Don't know about me, you can go through my profile. And this is our team for RRB JE Civil 2024. And guys, we have launched paid batches for RRB JE. If you're targeting for CBT 1, the offer price is 2499. If you're targeting for CBT 2, means you have done preparation with CBT 1 and now you want to focus on CBT 2. So we have AIM batch, the offer price is 3999. And for CBT 1 and CBT 2, the offer price is 5499. Apart from that, what you'll be getting, so in the non-tech batch, you'll be getting PYQs, quiz, test series, and doubt session, 200 hours of class. Technical, it will be a 400 hours of class, PYQs, quiz, test series, and doubt session will be there. And mission will be live plus recorded, which will be a 600 hours of class. Okay, now we'll start the session without any delay. So the PYQs, most important PYQs of your RRBJ. First is, which of the following apparatus is used to determine the specific gravity of the soil? Come on, answer. Come on. Which of the following apparatus is used to determine the specific gravity of the soil? They could have asked specific gravity and water content of the soil. Correct. Sinometer. So C is the correct answer. It is used to determine the specific gravity of the soil also and the water content also. Number 2. Question number 2. If the thin cylindrical vessel is there whose diameter is d and it is subjected to an internal pressure P, then you have to calculate the ratio of longitudinal stress to hoop stress. This pattern of question I have already done once because this is a very quite common question which has been asked. Longitudinal stress to hoop stress ratio. Correct. Solve it. Longitudinal stress to hoop stress. Longitudinal stress is the stress which will be acting along the length. Hoop stress is the one which will be acting along the circumference. Longitudinal stress is PD by 4T. Hoop stress is PD by 2T. So how much it will come? Correct. 1 by 2, that is 0.5. Correct. Okay. Question number 3. The necessary condition of equilibrium of a body. Very basic question. The necessary condition for the equilibrium of a body. Come on. Equilibrium means when all the forces acting on the particular object are balanced. Come on, answer. This is a very basic question. Correct. Summation of horizontal forces, that means sigma fx is 0. Summation of vertical forces, that is sigma fy is equal to 0. And the moment about is also 0. So D is the correct one. Sigma fx, sigma fy, sigma m. Okay, correct. Question number 4 from irrigation. A canal which is used for irrigation all year round. That means that canal which is having water throughout the year. That means 365 days. What do you call such type of canal, guys? That canal which is used for irrigation all year round. That means it will supply you water 365 days. What do you call such sort of canal? Good morning, Arun. Correct. Perennial. Perennial is the one. See, we have different types of irrigations also, not canal. Even we have perennial irrigation also. So perennial is the one which is flowing. Okay. No matter the discharge may be more or less, but it will be flowing. And one more question in this only, that irrigation or that canal which will be supply, which will contribute to base flow throughout the year. That is also perennial one. Perennial is the one which will be doing what? Which will be contributing to base flow throughout the year. So perennial canal. Okay, now question number 5. Which of the following ingredients of cement, when added in excess quantity, causes the cement to set slowly? That means it will do what? It will react and it will reduce the setting. It will increase the setting time basically. Come on. If it is present in more quantity, what it will do? Fifth. Come on, guys. This is a very common question. Ingredients of cement, lime, silica, these all are the ingredients of cement. But it is asking which is the ingredient which added in excess causes the cement to set slowly. Correct, correct. Very good, Vishnu. Silica, if it is added in excess quantity, what it will do is it will increase the setting time and the cement will set slowly. Correct. No, no, no. Lime nahi hai. This is lime is not a. This is silica. It is. If you talk about lime, it makes the cement sound and it provides strength. Okay, but this is nothing to do with the setting one. Okay, so B is the correct one. Now question number 6. What is the best temperature for burning of bricks? Guys, a Google form is there. RRB JE 2024 exam guidance form link. You can fill this RRB JE exam guidance form. Come on. Yeah, solve it. Best temperature for burning of bricks. What is the ideal temperature? These are your PYQs which has already been asked, guys, and these are the important ones. That's why I picked up that. Very good, Vishnu. So the temperature for burning of bricks is 1000 degrees Celsius. The best, see, you can burn it in other temperatures also, but it is asking you the best temperature. So best temperature for burning of bricks is 1000 degrees Celsius to 1200 degrees Celsius. So A is the correct option. Question number 7. Okay. Uh, Fine. And guys, we are having a scholarship test for RRB JE 2024. So if you guys are targeting for this RRB JE 2024, so you can get scholarship up to 90%. Scholarship test will be on 7th and 8th of September, and it will be on the app. So you can download the resultant mechanical apps. Okay, come on, answer. The bending moment of a simply supported beam carrying UDL over the entire span. Simply supported beam carrying UDL over the entire span. WL square by 8. And which will be what? It will be para. Correct. So D is the correct one. And if they would have asked you shear force, then if they have asked you shear force, then it would be a Triangle. Okay. Now this one. The quicklime is calcium oxide. When it comes out from the kilns, what you call it? The quicklime when it comes out from the kilns. Come on. Thermal treatment process basically. Where it comes out from the kilns, that means the thermal treatment process which you do. What you call it? Do the thermal decomposition. What you call it? Calcium carbonate, when you heat it, you get calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. This is quicklime. When it comes out from the kilns, no. You don't call it as hydrated lime, you call it as lump lime. When this quicklime, when it comes out from the kiln, you call it as what? You call it as lump lime. Okay, you call this quicklime as lump lime. And this question has been asked in your PYQs, previous year's questions. Okay, now question number 9, calculative question. A column is there whose size is given 450 mm into 600 mm. That means a rectangular column. Unsupported length is 3 meter and is braced sideways in both directions. Now you have to calculate the minimum eccentricity with respect to major and minor principal axis. Come on. Now this is a calculative question which has been asked. Come on, calculate. By mistake you have written. Okay, no issues. Ex L by 1000 plus D by 30. Ey will be L by 3000 plus B by 30. Come on. Just a minute. I have written this one. L by 500. No, I was thinking something wrong. I have written L by 500 plus least lateral dimension by 30. Solve it. Now I also did a mistake. Vishnu. Unsupported length is given 3 meter. That means 3500. And this is what? 600 by 30. Solve it. And this will be 3000 by 500 plus 450 by 30. Solve. Solve both of them quickly. With respect to major axis, it is Ex. With respect to minor axis, it is Ey. Come on. Solve quickly. Ex is 26 mm and Ey. Correct. Ex is 26 mm and Ey is 21 mm. Correct. So major one is Ex, which is 26 mm. Minor one is 21 mm. Is the correct answer. Question number 10. In case of deep beams or in thin webbed RCC members, where do you find the first cracks? Where do you find the first crack, guys? Come on. I will not draw, otherwise you'll get the answer. Wrong. Partially correct, partially incorrect. Deep beams, thin webbed RCC member, the first crack formed will be obviously diagonal, but that will be due to tension. So you will get cracks like this, but that will be due to tension. So diagonal crack due to tension. So it will be D. Compression के कारण कहाँ से आएगा? See, diagonal tension is the one, na? Diagonal tension is responsible to crack formation. नहीं. Near the supports. See, in case of deep beams, thin RCC members, it will be diagonal tension which will be causing the crack near the supports. Okay. Reason shear force is very high and the bending stresses is low, very small. So that is the reason you will be getting this diagonal cracks. Okay, so D will be the answer, not B. Chalo. Question number 11. Which of this following is not a type of building? It is not a type of building. It is not a type. We have classifications of different types of building. This is not a type of building. Come on. Come on, answer. Before I write, you answer. No, wrong. B is wrong. Anybody else? What is this domestic building? ये क्या होता है? What is this domestic building? This is not a type of building. Agricultural building, educational building, industrial building, military buildings, parking structures and storage buildings, religious building, transport buildings. These are the types of buildings. But domestic building, nothing like domestic building is there. Okay, so D is the wrong one. Others type of building I have shown to you the types of building. You can check it out. Okay, now. Question number 12. This is a very common question. I guess you will be able to answer. U1 and U2 are the strain energies which is stored in the prismatic bar, and the tensile forces which will be acting will be P1 and P2. It is asking you how much strain energy will be stored when P1 load will be acting and how much strain energy will be stored under the action of P2. Come on, answer. Answer. What? Mercantile. Commercial buildings, that building which is related to trade or commercial buildings, so that is generally industrial it comes under industrial commercial buildings only. Come on, answer. What is the formula for strain energy? P square L upon 2AE. This is the formula, correct. Now U1 strain energy due to P1 load will be, U2 will be P2 square L upon 2AE. Now, if you calculate U, if you do P1 plus P2, this will be P1 plus P2 whole square L upon 2AE. Now, tell me which one will be the correct one. P1 square A plus B whole square, A square plus B square plus 2AB L upon 2AE. Now tell me which one. I have written U1 and U2. You will check it out that here if you compare U1, U2, if you add it and if you add U, P1 plus P2, U will be coming greater as compared to U1 plus U2. So D will be the correct one. Correct. Okay. Question number 3. Weed growth in a canal. So weed, algae and all it will grow. What it will lead to? Come on, quickly answer. Weed growth in canal invariably leads to. Correct. See, if a canal is there and weeds and all will be growing, what will happen? The area will reduce. Initially, this much area will be there because since weeds will be growing, what you will see that the area will reduce, and if the area will reduce, what will happen? The discharge carrying capacity will reduce. So reduction in discharge will be there, reduction in discharge will be there. Reduction in silting, opposite, increase in silting. Why? Because this weights will be deposited, so it will lead to silting. Okay, and what has happened here? The velocity of flow, the discharge will be decreasing. Why? Because now hindrance is there, obstruction is there, which is being offered. So now the next one, the minimum percentage of secondary steel in slabs for Fe41 grade steel. Minimum percentage. Minimum percentage of Fe415 grade steel. Correct. If mild steel would have been there, we would have gone for 0.15% of the gross section area. Right now it is for Fe415, so it is 0.12%. Correct. Question number 15. Vishnu's favorite question now. Which of the following side distance is the longest of all? So if you compute the overtaking, illumination, stopping side, intersection, which one will give you the highest value? Following side distance is the longest of all. Come on, answer. Read the question again. Wrong. Mhm. Longest of all will be overtaking side distance. It is the safest distance by which you have to overtake the other vehicle safely. It is longest of all the side distance. कि सबने only Arun has said it correctly. Overtaking side distance is the longest of all the side distance. What is overtaking side distance? What is overtaking? Distance required for a driver to safely overtake the other vehicle traveling with a specified speed. So Pavan, Sonu, everybody has said it wrong. It is overtaking side distance. It is the longest of all the side distance. This is your previous year's question, which has been a previous time when RRB JE was conducted. It was that question which is asked. Okay. Name the pile type which is suitable for resisting horizontal as well as inclined load. Now this is the one which is very common. Come on. Horizontal and inclined loads in the soil, question number 16. Correct. Batter pile is used. It is commonly used to support offshore structures and all, and it will resist the horizontal load as well as the inclined loads which are happening in the soil. Okay, so I told you what? Batter pile. Now, next. Question number 17. Which of the following statements about pH is not true? That means incorrect. So you have to tell the incorrect statement about pH. Just by seeing the very first only you will get the answer. Correct. See, when the pH is 7, it is neutral. 1 to 7, it will be acidic. 7 to 14, it will be basic. So pH less than 7, it is acidic, correct. pH greater than 7, it is basic. And when pH is equal to 0, it is neutral. False. pH equal to 7, then it is neutral. Question number 18. Loss of strength with time at constant strain. This question I have made you solve it before also twice and thrice. It's a very popular question which has been asked. Loss of stress with time at constant strain in steel. Come on. Now, creep is a time dependent phenomenon. Here it is telling you at constant strain in steel. I made you solve this question before also. Constant strain and that too at constant temperature. What is that? I made you solve it before also. Correct. Very good, Pavan. That is relaxation. That is what? Relaxation. Okay, so loss of stress with time at constant strain in steel and that too at constant temperature. That is relaxation. Ductility is the ability to drawn into thin wires. The dash test is probably the most frequently means of NDT. That means non-destructive test. So, which is the test which you do it for non-destructive, which is a non-destructive test which you conduct. This is also a very question I have done this question before also. Non-destructive test, most frequently used. Come on, most frequently used. Quick, guys. Correct. Ultrasonic pulse velocity test is the most frequently used test for your non-destructive, which is a cast in situ non-destructive test. Now, question number 20. A rapid test to indicate the intensity of pollution of river water. So, or generally the water. So, what is the test which you do, which is very rapid and quickly you will get the how much pollution is there? Which is the test which you do? Come on. This question is very common question for a sub-engineer's exam also. Very common. Wrong. See, biochemical oxygen demand you are telling it will take 5 days. It is rapid test. For BOD test, if you want to do it, biological chemical demand. So when you will take a sample of water, you have to standard BOD, which we take is 5 days, 20 degrees Celsius. So you have to incubate it for 5 days. Okay. So what it will take 5 days. We are talking about rapid test. How can you say BOD? How can you say BOD? That will take at least 5 days. Dissolved oxygen. Just measure the dissolved oxygen of that water. If the dissolved oxygen in that water is less than deosaturated, that means what will happen if it is less than the saturation dissolved oxygen, then what will happen is, then what will happen? Then that means that water is being polluted by organic matter, and since organic matter is there, microorganisms will be there. So rapid test to indicate the intensity of pollution of water is dissolved oxygen. This you can calculate by Winkler's method and it will not take 5 days and all to give you the value. Clear? So dissolved oxygen. TDS by gravimetric? No, you don't. TDS by calculating that how can you talk about? See, TDS is not dissolved oxygen is the one. The reason is if the dissolved oxygen which is coming is less than deosaturated. What is saturation dissolved oxygen? the maximum amount of oxygen that is present in water at a particular temperature. If it is less than this, then the question comes, who utilize that water? Microorganisms. Why microorganisms utilize that water? Because in the water organic matter was there. So this will indicate that if the value of DO is coming very less, that means large amount of organic matter and microorganisms is there. So DO test is a quick test. Okay. हेलो, अच्छा परी के पापा बताओ, किस किस नाम से यू मेक दिस आईडीज? रेशियो ऑफ इनर्शिया फोर्स एंड विस्कस फोर्स. कम ऑन आंसर. Inertia force to viscous force, guys. Correct. Reynolds number is inertia force to viscous force. If they would have taught Proud number, so it is root over inertia force to that of gravity force. Inertia force to gravity force. What about Weber number? What about Weber number? Weber number is inertia force to surface tension. And Euler number is inertia force to elastic. Okay, so these are the numbers corresponding to the various forces. Clear? Question number 22. A column with highest equivalent length. So 4 conditions are given. You have to tell the column with highest equivalent length. Come on. Highest equivalent length. Come on. This is an easy one. अच्छा अच्छा यूलर, ये मैंने मैक नंबर का लिख दिया. दिस इज फॉर योर मैक नंबर. करेक्ट करेक्ट करेक्ट. मैंने मैक नंबर लिख दिया. करेक्ट 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 विष्णु. This I have written for Mac number. Seeing Euler but writing Mac. Correct. My writing is day by day becoming like a doctor's writing. Come on, answer. हाँ लिख दिया. Done. Now this one. A column with highest equivalent length. Both ends fixed. L effective is L by 2. One end fixed, other end hinged. One end fixed, other end hinged. This will be L upon root 2. Both end hinged. L effective will be equal to L. One end fixed, other end free, 2L. So which will be having highest equivalent length? 2L. Okay, simple question. Okay, question number 23. The cost of construction including all the expenditures which is incurred from the building to the completion of the work. Right from the starting जो cost निकल के आया था, ठीक है, pure running handwriting. I studied from convent school ना, so बचपन से habit है running की. I try sometimes but फिर running की habit है. Okay, cost of construction from the beginning to the completion of work. Starting से जब खत्म होता है तब तक के उस पूरे cost को आप क्या बोलते हो? What do you call that total cost, guys? What you call that total cost? Correct, correct, Arvind. You call it as capital cost. Right from the starting, जब आपका construction start हुआ, end तक, beginning से end तक, whatever cost is being used for the completion of work, that is your capital cost. चलो, 24. If the particles of a fluid attain such velocities which is varying from point to point in magnitude and direction as well as from instant to instant. So what will happen? What you call such type of flow? Mm-hmm. Correct. Vishnu is correct. See, velocities that is varying from point to point in magnitude as well as direction. This is the turbulent flow. When momentum transfer is taking place, the velocity will vary in magnitude as well as direction. So this will be what? This will be turbulent flow. Okay. Question number 25. A railway yard in which wagons are received, sorted, and new good trains are formed. Uniform कैसे होगा? In uniform, if you talk it about uniform flow, is that flow when the flow parameters are constant with respect to distance. That means neither the discharge will change, neither the velocity will change, neither the depth will change. So flow parameters are constant with respect to distance. So here it has stated that it is varying. Varying means changing. So if it is changing, it cannot be uniform. Okay. Now it has told you that it is varying from point to point in magnitude as well as direction, as well as from time to time, from instant to instant. Instant to instant means it is varying with respect to distance also, and it is varying with respect to time also. Non-uniform flow is the flow where flow parameters are varying with respect to distance. Okay, but not with respect to time we are talking about. But here it is varying with respect to distance also, it is changing the direction also, and it is doing what? It is varying with respect to time also. So here it will be a turbulent flow. Got the logic? So read the question. Varying from point to time in magnitude, varying in direction, and varying from instant to instant. That means time to time. Clear? Okay. Question number 25. Question number 25, guys. Correct. Correct, everyone. Goods trains all are dispatched, received, goods are received, they are sorted. So it is what? Marshalling yard. Correct. Correct, everybody. Next question. Eutrophication of water bodies is caused by. This is a very patent question asked in number of times in different examinations. Eutrophication. Eutrophication of water bodies is caused by. Correct. See, whenever in the lakes and all, you will be getting excessive nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, that means nutrients. So, whenever these excess nutrients will be there, algae will be the one who will be consuming it because for them it is a nutrients and they are making food under the action of sunlight. So, what will be there when excessive growth of algae and all will takes place? So, eventually the lake will silt up, and what will happen is eventually the lake will silt up and gradually it will turn into a marshy land. Dal ban jata hai. So why this eutrophication happens when excessive discharge of nutrients takes place in the lakes, then that case. Okay, 27. The bearing capacity factors NC, NQ, N gamma, they are function of what, guys? They are function of what? Come on. Correct. So the bearing capacity NC, NQ, and N gamma, they are function of angle of internal friction of soil. Correct. Correct. Tan square 45 plus 5 by 2. Okay. The period of cleaning of slow sand filter. So slow sand filter, unlike rapid sand filter, we do backwashing within every 24 to 36 hours. We don't do this cleaning quite frequently in case of slow sand filter. So what is the period of cleaning of slow sand filter? What is the period of cleaning of slow sand filter? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Not this occasionally. Wrong. You clean it in 1 to 3 months. इतनी जल्दी नहीं करते हो because if you check it out, the bacteriological efficiency of slow sand filter is very high because the smut stack layer is formed in slow sand filter, and this you remove it when you do cleaning, and you do cleaning in 1 to 3 months. So the thickness of the smut stack layer is more. Because of that, what you see, the efficiency of pathogenic bacteria removals comes out to be more. So here you do cleaning in 1 to 3 months. 1 to 3 months. And for rapid sand filter, you do it in 24 to 36 hours. Okay. Question number 29. Mortar or concrete conveyed through pressure hose and applied pneumatically at high velocity on structural surfaces. What do you call it? You apply through pressure at high velocity on the structural surfaces. What do you call it, guys? Quickly tell me. At high velocity and at high structural surfaces. What do you call it? Mm-hmm. No, wrong. Grouting is when you are injecting materials into the voids and all. That is grouting. It is asking through pressure hose and applied pneumatically at high velocity. Wrong. Spraying is also wrong. Injecting materials into the voids or cracks, that is grouting. Here, very good. Now correct. Now correct, Vishnu. Gunneting, or the other name of it is shotcrete. Clear, shotcrete. So here you apply through pressure hose at high velocity on the surfaces, structural surfaces. Grouting, you apply the material on the voids and all. Okay. Question number 30. A longitudinal crack which is usually normal to the annual rings in wood. What do you call it? Normal to the annual rings in wood. Come on. This question I've also made you, so no, nobody has answered. Vishnu has said it correctly. Checks. So longitudinal cracks normal to the annual rings which are there in the wood, normal to these annual rings in the wood. These are what? Checks. These are what? This you call it as checks. Now, come on. Question number 31. The area covered by all floors of the building. What do you call it? Area covered by all floors of the building. The area covered by all the floors of the building. What do you call it? Wrong. 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 Covered area बोल रहा है यार. The area covered by all the floors. Check it out. The area covered by all the floors of the building. तो वो built up area की बात कर रहा है ना. The area which is covered by all the floors of the building. It is talking about built up area. Okay. Question number 32. Benchmark is established by. So how can you establish? Benchmark is what? A datum, a reference point. How can you establish a benchmark? That is the reference point or the datum. How can you establish it? Quick. Benchmark is established by, correct. By spirit labeling, you will establish the benchmark, the common datum, or you call it as the reference point. Come on. Question number 33. Now, this is a very simple question. I just wanted, because they have asked such questions in your examination. Calculate the molecular mass of CH3OH. Now, I want to see whether you know how to calculate the molecular mass. Molecular mass of CH3OH. Come on. Carbon 12. 3 moles of hydrogen. 16 1. 12 plus 3 15. 16 plus 1 17. This will be 32 grams. Correct. Okay. Question number 34. Which of the following is not a greenhouse gas? Now this is an easy one. ये दो in 2 3 different sets they have asked. That time they have changed the option. जल्दी बताओ. Greenhouse gas are which gas which absorb and emit infrared radiations? Come on, solve it. Quick. Which of the following is not a greenhouse gas? Which absorb and emit infrared radiation? Correct. Carbon CO2, CH4, hydrochloro CFCs. These all are what? These all are the ones which are the greenhouse gas, but oxygen or any sulfur, these are not the greenhouse gases. Okay. Question number 35. We will deal 40 questions and 5 more questions after this. In which method of disposal of municipal state solid waste management, the waste is dumped in the soil? Dumped in the soil. Dump in the soil. This is an easy one, guys. Dumped in the soil. Method of disposal, the waste is dumped in the soil. Correct. Landfilling method, or you can say sanitary landfilling method, when all the other incineration, high calorific value, composting is done, when large biodegradable matter is there. When you can't do anything, then you will do for landfilling. You will take the solid waste, you will dump it. You go for sanitary landfilling, in which you do compaction and then you dump it properly. Okay. Now question number 36. What is the permissible tensile stresses in bolts which you are using it for column basis? So permissible tensile stress in bolts used for column basis. Come on. Wrong. 36 I'm talking. Wrong. टेंसाइल स्ट्रेसेस इन बोल्ट्स जो कॉलम के बेसिस में यू आर यूजिंग इट, यूज फॉर कॉलम बेसिस, इतना कम कहाँ से टेंसाइल स्ट्रेस कैरी करेगा यार, थोड़ा तो सोचो. इतना कम 0.4 न्यूटन पर mm स्क्वायर. Permissible tensile stress which is used for column basis, that is 120 Newton per mm square. This much will be the permissible tensile stress. इतना कम 0.6 0.4 इतना तो हो ही नहीं सकता. 150 assume करते तो समझ में भी आता. So less. Okay. What is baggage? Why it is used for? Come on, answer. Come on. Baggage, this is rich in cellulose. Come on. This you would have heard it also. Baggage. No. Compost, you don't use it for that. What is this baggage? पहले तो बताओ ये है क्या चीज, फिर यूज किसके लिए होता है? Tell us that. Correct. Very good, Arvind. This is a sugarcane waste, and this sugarcane waste, because as I told you, correct. Everybody correct. The sugarcane waste, and this is rich in cellulose, so it will be used to make paper. Clear? Okay. Last three questions. When the soil layer surrounding a portion of the pile shaft settles more than the pile, so the surrounding soil is settling more as compared to the pile, a downward drag occurs. What you call that drag? What you call that drag? What you call that drag? Surrounding soil layers settling more as compared to that of the pile. Correct. That is negative skin friction. शुगर केन के वेस्ट को बोलते हैं, यू कॉल, दैट इज द टर्म विच इज गिवन फॉर शुगर केन वेस्ट. शुगर केन के वेस्ट से बनता है. पवन. Okay, so when the surrounding soil is settling more than the pile, so a downward drag force will be acting, and you call it as negative skin friction. Now question number 39. Mini-Mata disease is caused by what? Second last question. Mini-Mata disease is caused by? Mini-Mata disease is caused by? This was developed in Japan first in 1956. Correct. It is caused by methyl mercury, developed in Japan in 1956. Last question for today's class. To design deep beam, what are the factors that are taken into account? To design deep beam, the factors taken into account. Fish can all. Correct. So non-linear distribution, temperature, stresses, lateral buckling, all are taken into account to design the D-beam. Correct. So these were the 40 most important PYQs of RRB JE guys, which we have discussed. So I guess this is clear for you. And one more session I will take, and again also in the coming weeks, I'll take one more session for this most important PYQs of RRB JE. Apart from that, guys, tomorrow this week we will be having the session. Yesterday we had it, today we had it, and tomorrow we'll be having. So tomorrow there will be a reasoning class. So we will be having a general intelligence and reasoning class tomorrow 10 a.m. PDF of this will be provided to you in my Telegram group, Civil by Richa Gupta. You can join there. All the previous classes PDF I have already provided to you. You guys can check that also. Clear? So that's thank you so much, Sono Bhai. And that's all for today, guys. Now we will meet tomorrow. Don't forget the time is 10 a.m. Syllogism, analogies, alphabetical number series, all those things, each and everything we will be dealing in tomorrow's class. Okay, and we will be then I'll be planning to separate sessions of logical, analytical, or the combination of questions from LR, analytical reasoning, and all those things. Also, we will take it into picture. Okay, Tech Express. पीडीएफ सपोर्टेड नहीं है प्लीज सेंड करा तो है मैंने लास्ट वाले का ही मैंने आई हैव डन इट विष्णु देखो ना वो जनरल इंटेलिजेंस एंड रीजनिंग का किया है मैंने कल ही तो किया कल या परसों ट्यूसडे को किया है मैंने एक बार चेक करना मैंने ट्यूसडे को किया है जो सैटरडे को क्लास हुई थी उसका मैंने ट्यूसडे को बिकॉज अभी देखो क्लास खत्म होगी 10-11 o'clock को ओके सो देन 11:50 एंड आई हैव अदर क्लास सो इसके लिए पीडीएफ खोलो एंड आई हैव टू टेक सेशंस पेड क्लासेस सो आई डोंट हैव टाइम टू कन्वर्ट इट सो द मोमेंट आई गेट द टाइम मैं क्विकली कर देती हूँ Okay, so I have class just after this also. So that is the reason. Timing is 10 a.m. I'm taking classes in the morning only 10 a.m. because after 11 I'm busy in paid classes in the evening also. So I have time only as खुशबू मैम का अब उनका तो उनसे पूछो ना यार मैं उनका कैसे बता दूँ मैं अपना बताऊंगी ना Okay, so guys, tomorrow we will see each other at 10 a.m. and tomorrow will be the class of general intelligence and reasoning. Okay, so I guess I'm very clear with this. So let's meet tomorrow, same timing, that is 10 a.m. with general intelligence. Kindly revise it and come. I told you syllogism, analogies, data interpretation, data sufficiency, all those things we'll be discussing tomorrow. Okay, thank you everybody. Revise it. And one more thing, scholarship test is there on 7th and 8th of September. Flexibility of timing is there. You can give the test anytime because if you're targeting for RRBJ, you will get discount up to 90%. Okay, so give the test. Google form link is already been there. You guys can check it out in the chat section and I'll pin it also. Okay, so thank you everybody. Thank you so much.